Okay, what's up everybody, it's Runescapefar. How you guys doing today? So, here it is, part 3 of the mystery box. And it's not an actual mystery box, it's basically a tissue box that had a bunch of Pokemon cards my friend gave me, so we're actually going to try to get them all done in this video. If not, there will be a part 4, but let's try to get it done now. So, here we have a Meditite, Psychic, not too bad. We have a Carol, or Kirlia. I can't tell if that's actually, it kind of looks like it's clay, but it may actually be a plastic mold. I don't know, but the card still interests me. And then, of course, I just knocked over half the cards. Here's 2 more. I'm going to try to do these if I have duplicates of the cards, just different forms, to try to move the video along a little bit faster. So, let me just fix what I just did. Okay, here's another one. This is a Delta species, so it's a fire type. Okay. Here we have a Routes. It's adorable. Natu. Now this is a clay, so I definitely like the clay ones, as I've said before. Now this is a pretty cool looking muck. Kind of giving you that stink eye. Now then, here's a Zubat. This is also a clay model. And of course, to go with it, I have a clay model Golbat. And then here's just a normal Golbat. Here we got a Psychic Slowpoke. Now, I don't know if he's actually technically a Psychic Water type. I mean, that would make the most sense since he is found in water. Let's see, here we got another Grimer. And then right here we have, try to get all of them in there. We have 3 Gulpins, 2, and then this one is a clay model. Show the clay one a little bit better. I think I'll just stick to 2. 3's a little too much. Here we have Swalot. He looks happy. Here we have Grumpig, the evolved form of Spoink. We got another Seviper. Here we have a Shuppet, I never really cared for Shuppet that bad. Like, he was a good Pokemon when I trained him and taught him the right moves, but other than that, I never really used him that much in battles. I got a Duskull and a Dusclops. Now him I used a lot of in Pokemon. I think I originally transferred over to Diamond and then evolved it to Dusclops. I can't remember. Chemical. Why not? Why not is one of the most adorable Pokemon for just being oblivious to the surroundings, kind of like Boba Fett, its evolved form. They're just adorable. And this is a clay model one, again with a very adorable face. We got 2 Beldums here, and then a Metatang. Now I did have this, or a Metagross, the evolved form of this, in an EX card, but I gave it to my friend in exchange for a Pokemon book, which I then gave to one of my special ed teacher because their son was getting into Pokemon. He loved Pokemon, and it was over all the dark type Pokemon. So I said, you know what, here, give him this, because she didn't know one thing about Pokemon. She was asking me about it, and I just said, you know what, here's the gift. Give it to him, and this will kind of help him get started out with some of the types. So I thought that was a very nice thing to do. Here's the Bulbasaur. Now, I did remove all extras except for this card because I did want to kind of show it. I do have, I think, the Venusaur for this, but we got Bulbasaur and Ivysaur. Now, if you put the 2 cards together, you can obviously see they're in a sequence of events. So then there will be a Venusaur right here. So I definitely like those cards that kind of go together. They put together a story. Here's another Ivysaur. That one kind of looks a little, like he's a little grumpy or something. And then, of course, his last Ivysaur. Now we have a Caterpie. Caterpie wasn't that bad. Let's see, we have 2 Weedles here. Kakuna. We have 1 Oddish here. And I want you guys to know, because I've had a hard time looking at this one, because I do have this card too. Tell me if you think that's a clay model. I mean, to me it kind of looks like a clay model, but can't be 100% sure. Here we have an Oddish. This is a Delta species, so it's a water type. Here we have a Gloom, which is also a clay model. This is a Delta species Gloom, so this one's Psychic. Here we have a clay Parasect. Now, Paris did have a clay one as well. I showed you guys that, I think, yesterday. Pinsir. And then, of course, the most adorable card here, a clay model Chikorita. Just look at that adorable face. Here's another Chikorita. Here we have 2 Bayleefs. One is a Delta species fighting, and one is just a standard. And Bayleef wasn't that bad. I actually like using Bayleef. Spinark. That one is, I believe, a clay model. Kind of looks like it. A Skiploom. And we have a Shrunken. Schnuckle. And then we actually have a Delta species Trico, which is a Psychic. Trico was my favorite in Pokemon Emerald. Here's another Trico. And now I finally have the evolution of Trico, which is Grovyle. So now all I need is a Sceptile. We got 2 Wurmples here. Or let me try to fix that crooked one. This one is, of course, a e-reader card. It's hard to do this because my camera has a mirror mode, which I do not know how to turn off. So what's on my right's actually on my left. Like, this is my right hand. This is actually my left hand, but everything's in reverse. So it's kind of confusing a little bit. Here we have a Suicune, or a Silcoon. And then a Cascoon. Now, I forgot what's the difference between the two besides their styles and names. Like, there's certain conditions you gotta meet for them to evolve, right? So this one is the evolution of Cascoon, which is a Dustox. Which it does kind of have that cool looking holograph to it. And it's also an e-reader card, although I do not actually see any of the traditional markings that most e-reader cards have. Like back out Cascoon, as you can see, they have some form of identification there, but this one doesn't, so that's actually kind of interesting. Here we have a Seedot, clay model. We got a Nuzleaf, and another one. Again, this one's an e-reader. Surskit. Masculine. Another Shroom, or Shroomish. I think that one looks like it's a clay model. But again, can't be 100% sure, so let me know if you think that is a clay model. Here's another one. Nikeda. And then we have Ninjask. Loomis, I think that's how you pronounce it. Again, e-reader. Cacnea. Now this one kind of confuses me for the fact that it's a grass type Pokemon, but this is Team Aqua's Cacnea. And that is actually a pretty nice looking card there. And that looks kind of like a CGI design. Let's see, this card came out in 2004. So it could be possible. Here's a Delta species Cacturn. This is a dark Delta species Lily. Here is a Charmander. Another Charmander, but this one is a clay model without a doubt. Let's see, we have a Vulpix. What makes this one cool, because this is a Delta species and a clay model of Vulpix as a Psychic type Pokemon. And then we just have a normal Fire type Vulpix. And then here is a Ninetales. Now Ninetales was always a beautiful Pokemon to me, when it doesn't look like it's possessed or pissed off. Like when you see a natural card of Ninetales just being in a normal, non-aggressive state, it's a very beautiful looking Pokemon. We got Arcanine here. I kind of like how in the anime they had Growlithe and Arcanine as the police dogs, as they represent the German Shepherds they use. Like they're very loyal, trustworthy, and overall good types of animals. Here we have a Ponyta. And another Ponyta. And a Rapidash. Kind of looks a little mad. We got Magmar. This is a Delta species Quilliv. I used to be able to pronounce these names perfectly so many years ago, but I haven't played my Pokemon game in so long, so I haven't heard the pronunciations of the names, so it's kind of hard a little bit. Here we got a Slugma. That is also a e-reader card. Another Slugma. It's Hypnotic. It's Hypnotoad in disguise. Here is a Clay Magby. We had e-reader Torchic. We have another two Torchics. This one is an EX Emerald edition, so it does kind of have that fancy little holograph to it. And we got a Torchic again. Here we have a Combustion. Now I do believe I have all the evolutions of Torchic, so when we do the fire type of my deck, that will eventually come up. So here we got a Numel, another Numel, Cambert, another one. Now surprisingly, I only have one Camprupt, because I only caught one Numel, which was very odd for me in Emerald, because usually I always like to capture at least two of a Pokemon, or three, so that way I could have, like, if it has 3 evolutions, have it in the first evolution, second evolution, and the third evolution. But I only caught one Numel and evolved it, and I never caught another one. Here's a Wartortle. He looks so happy. This is a Delta species Psyduck, which is a lightning type, which is ironic because it's a water type. Poliwhirl. Tentacool. Here's another one, Slowpoke. That's a water type. We got another Seal. And another one. Here's a Delta species Shelder. This one's a fighting type. Here we got Cloyster as a fighting type. Let's see, we got another type of Krabby. I don't remember if I showed this in either the first or second one. I tried to cipher those out so you don't see them again. Also try to shorten the video, but show you what we got so far. So that's how many we've done now. That's how many we got left to do. So let's do a side-by-side comparison. Wow, so we don't have that much left to go. This is a Delta species Horsey, fighting type. And this is also a Delta species Horsey, which is a fire type. So we had fighting and fire. And then this one is, of course, a ground type, or fighting type. And then this is a Delta species Seadra, which is a fighting type. Here's another Seadra. This one is, of course, an e-reader card. We got a Goldeen. Seeking. This card's kind of beat up, but it's not that bad. It's also an e-reader card. We got a Star U. Another Star U. A, Star Me. And then everybody's favorite pathetic Pokemon, Magikarp. This one is actually surprisingly good. It knows Surprise Attack, which does 10 damage, and Ascension, which allows you to search your deck for the evolved form of Magikarp. And then, this is a Delta Species Magikarp. This one has Splash, which actually does damage. It does 10 damage. That's kind of funny. Here's a standard Water type, which just knows Call for Friend. This one's an e-reader Magikarp, but it does know Tackle, which does 20 damage. So this Magikarp ain't that pathetic. So this is another Magikarp. So this one actually knows his Rage, which does 10 plus damage. So for, let's see, so this one does 10 damage plus 10 more damage for each damage counter on Magikarp. So if you attack Magikarp, he does 10 damage to you. So actually, those two are actually pretty useful. Here's a Vaporeon EX. Now this is a World Championship 2007, so not really too proud of finding this one, but it is an EX nonetheless. And then we have a standard Vaporeon e-reader card, which I like. Omnimite. This is a Delta species, so it's Psychic. I think I showed this before. Delta species Totodile Electric and Croconaw Delta species Electric. Can't remember if I did or not, so sorry if I did. We got Meryl. Here's a Delta species Wooper. Here is a Corsola. Not bad. This is a Clay Remoraid. Not bad. Delta species Manatine. Here is a EX Crystal Guardian Mudkip. Another Mudkip. Now these are from a this is 2004 World Championship. So that's actually pretty interesting. Here's another one. This is an EX or a e-reader card. Here we have a Marshtomp. This is also from the 2004 World Championship. Lotatoad. Another Lotatoad. And another one. I think Lotatoad was the first Pokemon I've ever captured in Pokemon Emerald. So here we got Lombre. Another Lombre. This one is an e-reader card. It's actually kind of a depressing one. I mean, just look at his poor little face. Oh, don't be so sad. Now I just showed this card before, but this one is an e-reader version, so that's why I kept it in here. There's Wingull, and there it is as an e-read card. Here is a EX Crystal Guardians Pelipper. Now, I always like how the EX Guardians have the golden title for their name. It makes them kind of stand out. Team Aqua's Carvanha. And, of course, here's another one. Also Team Aqua's. Here we have a Sharpedo. Team, oh, this is just the Delta species. Sharpedo, so it's a fighting type. Whalmer. Looks like he's, farting out a rainbow. And here's another one. This one is an e-reader. Corphish. Here's another Corphish. And then this one is also an e-reader. Wow, so... Okay, wow, we're at 19 minutes. We still got that much left. So I think I'm going to end the video here. Stay tuned for part 4. And as always, have a nice day. Live, love, game on. Please make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and also hit the notification bell to stay notified of my next video. Peace.